going on, everyone? My name is Jamon McKinney, or you can just call me Juice because that is my nickname. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers right about now. I will not be shocked if Aaron Rodgers finds his way to winning the 2020 NFL MVP this upcoming season. And to be honest with you, I think Green Bay is still a Super Bowl contender. I said recently in an episode that I think Green Bay is going to win 11 games this year. I still think Green Bay's defense is a very formidable unit. You know, they've got a very good secondary led by Jair Alexander, who's a top 10 cornerback. Kevin King had a very excellent season last year. They've got two very good safeties. I think they've gotten more athletic at linebacker. You know, you let Blake Martinez walk, who was not a very versatile linebacker. You replace him with Christian Kirksey, who to me, when healthy, is an upgrade at linebacker over Blake Martinez. Not to mention you draft Kamal Martin, who was a very underrated player in the 2020 NFL draft. So they should be better at linebacker. You know, you got the Smith brothers rushing off the edge. You know, Preston and Zadarius Smith had very good seasons last year. Kenny Clark is the beast in the middle. Not to mention on offense, Aaron Rodgers is in his second year in the Matt LaFleur system. I think that he's going to get better in that offense. I think Green Bay has three really good running backs between Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, who compares very favorably to Derrick Henry. That's kind of his draft comp, you know. And also Jamal Williams. You got a star wide receiver in Devontae Adams, Alan Lazard, and MVS, Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Hopefully can take a step in the Matt LaFleur offense this year as they are very good. Well, maybe, let's just say unproven young players that have potential. I'll go with that, okay? And listen, Green Bay is an above-average offensive line, and this team won 13 games last year. I still think Green Bay is among the cream of the crop in the NFL. I think they're a Super Bowl caliber team this year, you know. Will they win the Super Bowl? I don't know, but let's focus on Aaron Rodgers, okay? Like I said, I won't be shocked if Aaron Rodgers wins the NFL MVP this year. You know, is he officially my pick? No, I'd probably lean toward Russell Wilson or Lamar Jackson. Those were the two leading candidates last season. I do think Patrick Mahomes definitely has a chance to snag that MVP this year. I just think that Kansas City's division is slowly getting better. I think that Oakland is a better team than they were last year from a roster standpoint. Same with Denver and same with the Chargers if they can get their quarterback situation, figured out. I think Kansas City might be in for a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover, but I still think Kansas City can win 11 or 12 games. Just don't know if Mahomes will get the MVP this year, you know, but focusing in on Aaron Rodgers once again. I won't quite bet on it once again because, like I said, there's just better candidates out there that have more weapons at their disposal than Aaron Rodgers. For example, I think Aaron Rodgers at the moment is a better quarterback than Tom Brady, who has kind of sort of declined over the past couple years. Tom Brady's 43 years old and can't move around to save his life. Aaron Rodgers, much more liver arm, much better athlete, has always been a better athlete, you know, throughout his entire career. But Tom Brady has better weapons than Aaron Rodgers. So I expect Tom Brady to have a better season than Aaron Rodgers. And the Green Bay Packers have transitioned to being more of a run-first team. You know, they drafted a running back, they drafted a blocking tight end, and they drafted three offensive linemen. So they're going to try to be less Aaron Rodgers dependent this year, but I still won't be shocked if Aaron Rodgers comes out and balls and wins MVP. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to play with an extra chip on his shoulder this season. Aaron Rodgers has played with a chip on his shoulder his entire life. Aaron Rodgers had to go to Butte Community College. Okay, he did not have offers from Ohio State, Oklahoma, LSU, USC, in his high school days. He didn't get those offers. He had to go to Butte Community College and then transfer to Cal. Not even among one of the top end Pac-12 schools when it comes to football. When you think of the Pac-12, you think of Oregon. You think of USC. You don't think of Cal, even though they have produced some good NFL players, like Marshawn Lynch and Jared Goff, who recently went number 1 overall a couple years ago coming out of Cal, okay? So no disrespect to Cal, but when we think of the powerhouses in college football, we don't think of Cal. Aaron Rodgers fell to number 24 overall in his draft class. Many people thought that he would go number 1 overall to the 49ers. He falls 23 spots later to the Green Bay Packers. And he has to sit behind Brett Favre and humble himself and work on his mechanics and things of that nature. Because Mike McCarthy kind of, taught him, hey, man, don't hold the ball up here. Aaron Rodgers kind of had this weird stance where he held the ball up here, things like that. In college, he had to break that habit. So, Aaron Rodgers kind of had to humble himself. But Aaron Rodgers, he lived up to expectations. Aaron Rodgers goes on to win multiple MVPs. He wins the ring. And he's been a successful story. Aaron Rodgers, to me, is one of the 7 greatest quarterbacks of all time, at least in the top 10. You can make the argument he's maybe top 5 all time. That's just my opinion, though. But see, the past couple years, Aaron Rodgers' numbers have declined a little bit, and some people can point to Mike McCarthy. I'm one of those people that have pointed to Mike McCarthy a lot because Mike McCarthy, at times, was very rigid and stubborn as a head coach. His offensive play calling was not very creative. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have the same wide receiver core that he's had in years past. But Aaron Rodgers, you expect him to go out there and ball regardless of who's around him. And there's been some reports that the Packers, for whatever reason, are fatigued with Aaron Rodgers. And I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, but no one ever says that the Patriots were fatigued with Tom Brady or fatigued with Drew Brees in New Orleans. Why is this coming out about Aaron Rodgers? So I'm going to give Aaron Rodgers the benefit of the doubt really quickly because I think Aaron Rodgers had to deal with a lot of mess in Green Bay. I think at times the organization has been sort of semi-dysfunctional. He's had to deal with a lot of baggage behind the scenes. But part of Aaron Rodgers' numbers declining have definitely been due to the fact that he's, had some injuries and his roster overall has not been all that great. But I think Aaron Rodgers at times maybe got a little bit too cocky. That's just my opinion, though. Like I said, I'm not trying to bash Aaron Rodgers. I'm a Packers fan, but I think Aaron Rodgers' head at times got just a little bit too big. And while this was not a move that I would have made, the Green Bay Packers are telling Aaron Rodgers, hey, man, you got to step it up. Listen, for whatever reason, the Green Bay Packers, even though they went to the NFC Championship game, they felt that they needed to trade up to get Jordan Love. One game after, well, not one game. Let me put it to you this way. Aaron Rodgers is one game away from the Super Bowl. And they don't go get him an extra wide receiver like the 49ers did for Jimmy Garoppolo, like the Eagles did for Carson Wentz. They didn't get the player that he requested like the Chiefs did for Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes requested that the Chiefs draft Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the first round. Aaron Rodgers, he gets told by his organization to not be the problem when they hire Matt LaFleur. Aaron Rodgers didn't get a first-round offensive lineman like the Saints gave Drew Brees or the Buccaneers gave Tom Brady. No, he gets the knockoff versions and late-round offensive linemen, okay? These other teams are helping their quarterbacks out. It seems like the Green Bay Packers are out here letting Aaron Rodgers hang dry because they say, hey, Aaron, you got good enough players. Go out there and perform. And Aaron Rodgers has said that he wants to be a Packer for life. He has said that. And that move the Packers made was a wake-up call to Aaron Rodgers that, hey, I may not be in Green Bay for my entire career. And it's kind of sad because you would think that the Green Bay Packers would go all in to try to help out Aaron Rodgers, but you can't slice it any way else. This was a move. This was a move towards the future for the Packers because Jordan Love, he's not ready to play this year at a high level. NFL scouts are telling you, and I believe so as well, that he needs a couple years to sit on the bench and develop properly. He's a raw prospect. Very talented, but a raw prospect. So Aaron Rodgers has been disrespected by the Packers organization mainly throughout his entire career because they've failed to give him very good defenses. They've never really built a complete team around him outside of last year and a Super Bowl run. And they're doing a lot of things that would tick me off, like firing my quarterback coach, trading up for a quarterback to replace me eventually, and instead of giving me a wide receiver or a defensive lineman or a linebacker to help get me back on the field versus San Francisco and stop Raheem Mostert. But I think Aaron Rodgers' back is against the wall right now. I think this is a wake-up call for Aaron Rodgers. And I can see Aaron Rodgers coming out guns a-blazing this year. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go out there this season and prove to the world that he's that bad man that we all know and love. Aaron Rodgers realizes his window is closing in Green Bay. So I think Aaron Rodgers, he realizes, hey, this is a pretty good team I have. I need to go out there and ball. Okay, and I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a good season. He's in his second year in the Matt LaFleur system. You've got Davante Adams. You've got MVS, who had a down sophomore season, but you look at a guy like Davante Adams, who was very promising as a rookie, very similar to Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Then Davante Adams kind of hit the sophomore slump wall, just like MVS hit the sophomore slump wall last season. But in Davante Adams' junior season, he broke out. And I think that MVS has a chance to pull Davante Adams and break out in his junior season, his third season. Not to mention Allen Lazard showed some promise last year when getting real playing time. He's in his second year in the Matt LaFleur system. Aaron Rodgers has 3 really good running backs. And here's a fact. Aaron Rodgers has been on the NFL Top 100 for 10 straight years, okay? 10 straight years he's been on the top 100. But only twice in Aaron Rodgers' career prior to this season has he failed to crack the top 10. You know what happened the next season? Aaron Rodgers won NFL MVP. I won't be shocked if Aaron Rodgers wins NFL MVP this year. I could see Aaron Rodgers coming out guns a-blazing and just saying, hey, man, let me remind the world that I'm that bad man. I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to have a very solid season. I will not be shocked if Aaron Rodgers wins the 2020 NFL MVP award. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the juiciest Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big-time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God-blessed day, and I'm out.